Hi there, as usual it's me, just a voiceover. You're watching Review Machines, and this is new all-seasonal electric scooter, the track for winter and wheels for summer. And I'll show you how it works right now. Let's go. If you try to ride on your electric scooter in winter and snow, it definitely would be a bad idea. It's very unstable and dangerous in snow, even 2x2 versions. Despite we have here 11-inch wheels, I barely can move on this snowy road. But we don't have to put the scooter away until spring. This time we have another option. Let me show you it now. Now we see our new electric scooter in summer mode, and we will switch it to the winter mode right now. In order to do that, we should take off the wheels and install the track. It's quite simple procedure. All the necessary tools come complete with the scooter. Firstly, we should remove these plastic covers. Unscrew the rear wheel nut, disconnect the wires and take off the wheel. Then take off the rear fender. The track with the motor comes complete with the scooter, and we should attach it instead the rear wheel. Then tighten the nut, connect the wires and covers. Let's try it. It works. Now all we have to do is to replace the front wheel with the ski module. The same stuff. The covers, unscrew the nut and install the ski module instead of the wheel. That will do. Now our scooter is ready for winter. Before we start the test, let's look at it in detail. As you already know, this scooter comes complete with track and ski module. In this way we have two electric motors to make it easier to install the skids. In theory, it's a brilliant idea, and we can ride the scooter in any season. But it would be a dull test it on wheels. Today we are going to test it in snow with a track. As you can see, today we have a lot of snow, so it will be an interesting test. But before that, few words about the specs. As to the build quality, I should say it's quite decent. With the rear track, it really looks awesome to my mind, a bit aggressive, like a serious beast. The paint, welding seams are also good. The platform is slightly bent, as we can see. I think it looks better due to this feature. Speaking about the specs, it's equipped with a battery 18 Ah capacity. The platform is covered with rubber. The power of the motor is 2000 watts, and 3000 is a peak power. The rear module has a mechanical disc brake and the stop signal. And as we remember, we have a summer kit with additional 2000 watts electric motor. Instead of the front wheel, we have a ski. There is front and rear suspension. The ground clearance with the track is quite large, as we can see. The handlebar is foldable. The lock is simple and reliable. When it's folded, it's a good handle for carrying the scooter. It's quite weighty. Its weight is 38 kilos. The display is big and bright enough. The handling is standard. There is powerful headlamp and the stop signal. Well, frankly speaking, we have never tested such things before, so I am looking forward to try it right now. Let's go! Our tests we begin with quite simple conditions on this flat snowy road. Well, and my the very first impressions. First of all, it drives in absolutely other way than a regular scooter. In fact, it's a snowbike. I stand on it high from the ground, so it takes time to get the hang of it. On this road it's powerful enough and it's a lot of fun to ride it. But even now it's clear it's much slower than on wheels. Nevertheless, even without much experience, I'm riding here quite swiftly, as you can see. Let's move on. Unfortunately, it's not clear from the video, but here we have a slope on the road. And the scooter managed to climb on it with me and my 90 kilos weight. Besides, it has a slow mode. In this mode it moves at a low speed. That will be useful to ride among many people, for example. Now let's make our tests a bit harder and try the scooter here on much deeper snow. It's much harder to ride it here, cause there are ruts in the snow, and it's not simple to balance on the scooter here. The speed is not face smashing, but it's still enough powerful to move here. And now we can make the first conclusion. It's obvious now that it's able to move on the snow, but the scooter is not very fast, and it takes some time to get the hang of it. Besides, the range is less than on wheels. The maximum possible range with track is stated about 50 kilometers. Again, let's make it harder, and now we are moving through the forest on bumpy road. There is much more snow here, but we are still able to move across the woods. By the way, here we can see how the suspension works, and it drives quite smoothly here. Well, up to now, the scooter has managed to pass our tests, but now let's try it in the deepest snow. Frankly speaking, it was obvious that it's not able to move in such snow. As a matter of fact, it's not a snowmobile. The track is too small and narrow to go through the deep snow. Well, and now it's time to speak about the prices. But before that, let's make some conclusions. If you want a real snow bike that will be able to sweep through the snowy fields at a high speed, well, it definitely is not your variant. But it's quite good as all-seasonal electric scooter. You can ride it in summer on wheels and in winter on track. As to the prices, this scooter with summer and winter kit will cost you about $2,000. Well, let's call it a day, my friends. Thanks for having a ride with us. Please check another our video about other similar bike. Stay with us, there will be many more interesting materials here. Goodbye.